Hi guys! First of all, welcome to our channel. Today we're going to show you how we insulated our Ford E350 extended cargo van. What you see that Javi is hammering here are the back door seams together to close all or any gap that was left between these two sheets of metal. From this angle, you also get to see that all of the window seams, the ceiling ribs, walls, and floor holes, everything that we found had been sealed off using canned expandable foam, which is all of the yellow stuff that you see all around. And also we covered it with aluminum foil tape. We then measure our ceiling in between the ribs, and we went ahead to cut the foam boards to fit as good and as perfect as we could into these spaces. What you see that Javi is doing here was actually the easiest way that we found to cut the foam board. However, if you don't feel comfortable with doing the measuring and cutting at the same time, you can simply make your markings on the foam board and then go over it with a sharp knife or blade. This is a super easy step to take, and the foam board is very easy to handle and to cut. So I don't see that it's going to be an issue to anyone. That's one of the reasons why we decided to use the foam board for our insulation, and also one of the reasons why we would highly recommend that you use this type of foam board if you're thinking about insulating your project. For the application, we had to cut the pieces into smaller sections because of the way that our ceiling was built. Yours might be different. Maybe you don't need so many pieces. You could simply just do one large piece of foam board to cover the entire ceiling. But again, because of the way ours was made, we had to section it into different large pieces. Javi went ahead and he cut any corners or anything that will get in the way. And if you're thinking about doing the installation on your own, believe it or not, a camera tripod can be your best friend for the day. In this case, Javi used it to hold the foam board into place. And don't worry, you will not damage the camera tripod because the foam board is actually a very light material. So the camera tripod is only used to hold it into place. Also, we used more of the aluminum foil tape so that we could tape the foam board to the ceiling ribs, and also to cover any little space that may have been left in between the metal and the seam of the foam board. After putting up the roof, but before doing the walls, we installed sound dampening material. We didn't use a ton of it, but we applied it to strategic parts where most of the noise is produced. For example, the floors, the windows, and the wheel well. We have seen that people also apply it to the roof because of the rain noise to sleep better at night. But we actually enjoy the sound of rain, and most of our roof would eventually end up covered with solar panels on top of a roof rack, so we didn't really think it was necessary. Next up was putting up the walls. We actually applied 2 layers of foam boards so that we wouldn't leave any gap between the openings where the windows are usually installed and our actual wall. So we made small window-sized cuts, and on top we put a big wall piece. In here you see Javi once again applying aluminum foil tape to seal off any gap between the walls and the insulation sheets. And that's it, you guys. We have more detailed information on our blog where we explain the materials we used and everything related to our insulation. You can follow the link on the description below if you want to read about it. And as always, let us know if you have any questions, comments, worries, concerns, ideas, or information on the comment section. See you when I see you.